Good morning from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Welcome here for qualifying to set our grid for this afternoon's race here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Black Mesa Truck Series. It is pole day qualifying here, getting ready for this afternoon's race. We have 40, yes, that's right, 40 drivers. We still have our 38 full time drivers. We just have two part time drivers we're going to have for the remainder of the season. Now it gives a total of 48 drivers. First car out on the track is the number 81 of Dave James. As I'm going to go back to the last race we did for the Black Mesa Truck Series. I appreciate everybody sending me comments of driver names because, as I said, I'm still learning drivers' names, so please bear with me and the correct pronunciations. Dave James finished in the top 10, eighth to be exact, last time out at Coca-Cola, as he set a 46.64. That's because his pit stall was behind the start finish line, so he's beginning his first official timed lap. Going to be a fun Atlanta race. 49 laps of racing we're going to see here this afternoon. Fuel mileage definitely going to come into play. And first lap for Dave James, a 38.51 on his first go around. Ingrid Pollard right behind last week's winner, Sophia Woodward, who's, by the way, the rookie and overall points lead. Ingrid Pollard 21st in the points. Ingrid announced today, as we arrived here to the Black Mesa Truck Series, which surprisingly it's only taken us two races. Ingrid Pollard announced she will be returning to the Craftsman Truck Series in season number 2. She drives the number 99 Ford F Series over in the Craftsman Truck Series. Already in a must win situation over in that series. There's Sophia Woodward, last week's winner. That's Matt Boyle there passing. Sophia Woodward will also be running full time in the Craftsman Truck Series next season. I believe she's going to be driving the 24 machine that Anthony Ritchie is currently driving in the Craftsman Truck Series. One thing I would like to ask you guys is we are bringing back the Craftsman Trucks Busch and Winston Cup Series for season 2. It will be after the Oreo Cup Series season ends of 2026. So already, if you're hearing me do announcements for that series, I will have details of when signups will be. Just check the Discord link of the World Racing Association. Link is down in the description. Just an FYI. That is the number 2, Callie Burke. Callie Burke, 22nd at Coca-Cola in our last race. Santi Messi driving the CK Racing team. This is the team Nathan Orman's going to run in the Oreo Cup Series in 2026. Santi Messi finished second at Coca-Cola, so he's second in the points table. Derek Green in the 99. 31st at Coca-Cola, was caught up in the big one. There's Skylar Taylor, the defending series champ. Skylar 10th at Coca-Cola. That is the 15 machine. And I need to go back up here so I can save the entry list that I had for the truck series. Yep, it is Ellie Rose. She will be making her Oreo Cup Series debut starting at Phoenix, believe it or not, for 2026, because I'm almost done with the first half of the regular season over in that series. She finished 36th at Coca Cola, got involved in the big one. Dylan James in the 66, 32nd at Coca Cola. I saw a truck off the pace. Oh, it's Derek Green who's got mechanical problems. There's Quentin Moore. 27th at Coca Cola, got involved in the big one. That's Evelyn Gray coming out on the track. Mark Games in the 91, 13th. Molly Laurel in the 4. There's also been rumors that I could bring back the Diva Truck Series for all the female drivers. Molly would be one of those drivers. Or Park in the 07. 6th at Coca Cola, going to be very excited. Christian Williamson. He is finished 11th at Coca Cola. There's Nathan Orman, 24th at Coca Cola. Sarah Costello making her first start in the Truck Series. Sarah Costello, we haven't seen her in a truck since the Coca-Cola Truck Series finale at Toronto, where she wrapped up the Rookie of the Year honor. She's making her debut. Grace Takayama's making her return to the Truck Series, pushing Anna Steiner in the 9. Anna Steiner finished 23rd. Nathan Orman was in the middle of a Steiner sister sandwich last time out at Coca-Cola. Carmen Alejandro, 14th at Coca-Cola. It's also been announced Carmen Alejandro will be in the Craftsman Truck Series next season. This guy is returning to the Truck Series next season, Michael Brown. He and Carlos Rodriguez confirmed they will be teammates next season in the Craftsman Truck Series. So glad they got their lineup taken care of. Michael Brown going to be driving the same truck he's driving in this season. That's Kiefer Quimby, who's dead last of the drivers who ran at Coca-Cola. Eric Sadler in the 34, 7th at Coca-Cola. Jacob Foster, 26th at Coca-Cola. There's Helga Gunnarsson, the 7, 15th at Coca-Cola. Sarah Thomas, 37th at Coca-Cola. Mohammed Zain, 17th, despite finishing a lap down. Senor Sean, 9th at Coca-Cola, had a good run. Jesse Art on the flip side, 28th, was involved in the big one. Maria Steiner, who had mechanical problems, 25th. Summit Oskin, 29th at Coca-Cola. There's Carlos Rodriguez, who's also going to be in the Truck Series next season, as he's currently trying to get back up to speed. He finished 3rd last week. And this is the 5. I'll make sure I say this right, because Jacob Foster told me how to pronounce this name. If I go back to the comments, as I need to go back to comments, thank you very much. It's Futaba Sakura. Thank you for the correct pronunciation, as I just dropped my phone. Futaba got involved in the big one, so she's looking to bounce back in that number 5 machine. There's Brian James. I was trying to avoid dropping my phone. Futaba 34th, Brian James 35th. He was another driver involved in the big one. Matt Boyle in the 98. 30th at Coca-Cola. He was also collected in the big one. There's Nathan Orman. Nathan Orman is going to be replacing Jared Johnson was announced today. He will be replacing Jarrett Johnson in the Red Bull GT Series for the remainder of the season. And it was over a NASCAR race, which is probably why it's ridiculous. There's Mark Games in the 91. There's Quentin Moore. There's Grace Takayama. There's been some rumors that she's going to get an Oreo Cup Series ride for next season. Mohammed Zain, also running in the Oreo Cup Series, along with Senor Sean Futaba heading into the pits. She's also going to be running the Oreo Cup race at Sonoma later this season, for 2026. Going to run the road courses. We're also going to see Helga Gunnarsson in some Oreo Cup Series races. Going to run the 26 when I'm not in that ride. She's only going to focus on the road races. Going to be excited for Helga Gunnarsson to get some Oreo Cup Series experience. There's Sophia Woodward. As we're going to just go find our pole sitter, and that's Molly Laurel. There's Dylan Ibrahimian. He's also running in the Oreo Cup Series. David Heller, last week's pole sitter. Let's find the 4 of Molly Laurel. $28,954. Right now, she would be the fastest. This guy would be second fastest. And of course, Sophia Woodward is, by the way, technically part of my team, technically part of the Cricket Cup Series. That's run by a member from the FANSA server, because I am friends with most of the people in the FANSA server, Mark Games being one of them. There's Jacob Foster in the 1. Jacob Foster. Not sure what these drivers that I did not mention as the 18 is currently the slowest. I think most of these drivers in this field don't have a Trucks, Busch, or Winston Cup Series ride, with the exception of several. Christian Williamson, by the way, is going to be in the Truck Series. I forgot to mention that, if I haven't done so already. He will be driving for the Team ASC team, the number 2, replacing the now banned Jared Underhill. So he will be a rookie in that series, and he will be locked into the show because of the 2's owner points from last season. There's Evelyn Gray in the 17 as we're down to a minute to go in here in this qualifying session. Of course, 12th at Daytona, or Coca-Cola, excuse me. Speaking of Evelyn Gray, she's also been rumored to possibly run some Oreo Cup races in 2026, depending what races those will be. There's Nathan Orman. Truck that. Oh no, Ormy has hit somebody. That was Quentin Moore. Oh no, Grace Takayama's involved, and Ormy's going to go to a backup truck. Oh no. There's some skid marks in turn 3. Don't know who those belong to. That's a shame for Ormy, and he's not going to have time to get another lap in. That's it. Ormy's 8th quickest, but he's going to have to start. He's going to be in a backup car. But remember, he's going to keep his spot, even though he's going to a backup truck. And there's the 4 of Molly. Molly Laurel going to win the pole for this afternoon's race. She will head to the services of her pit crew. And there is your qualifying results for this afternoon's race. You will see that race at 3 p.m. or no, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we have 2 rookies on the front row. Bora Park Cody Smart in row number 2. Good qualifying for Cody. Carmen Alejandro Mohammed Zain row 3. Dylan James Nathan Orman row 4. Derek Green Santi Messi will complete your top 10 in row number 5. Look to see where you are going to be starting, or your drivers are going to be starting. Down to the rest of the qualifying results. Sophia Woodward going to start in 29th. The good news is she has some experience at Atlanta in the Cricket Cup Series, so don't think that's going to hurt her too much. A lot of drivers who had good runs at Coca-Cola, going to start near the rear of the field. And down there at the bottom, last week's pole sitter, David Heller, 40th quickest on the board. But hey, we're going to see some pitch strategy. We're going to see some fun racing here this afternoon for this series. Congratulations to the Ford team on their first pole of the season. Can they turn that pole into a win this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? You have to tune in to find that answer out. So until then,